Welcome back, everybody. We're about to go into the final match of the SBENU Star League.
Yeah! Now this is my music, man.
Oh, yeah.
That is sick. I want to hear this song more.
Great opening.
If anyone knows this song, tweet at me now.
Tweet at Moonblade AU.
I need to hear it. I need to know what this is. Well, we're going to be getting into it very shortly. Introducing the final two players. It is Maru and Zest.
Cactus Valley, Expedition Lost, and Echo.
Letting through Expedition this time around is very interesting.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. It was too quick to see all the bans and stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest, I saw Terraform was banned out by Maru. So
there you go. Interesting stuff.
That's about it.
Well,
or that might have been Zest, actually. I don't know.
Maybe Zest for that map. I'm still figuring those ones out. Zest winning the last best of 3. Doing a lot of tricky play, a lot of proxies, a lot of tech switches and transitions.
I would describe it as he controlled that last best of 3. Maru was forced to play into his hand. Does he have a different strat coming into this one, or will Zest control it again? Let's jump into the final best of 3 now. Down here in the bottom left in the red, our turn player going up against Zest once again. It is Maru.
You just announced the other player, Brennan.
I do that from time to time. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It slips my mind.
Fine,
I'm just too excited.
I'll still give him the intro he deserves. Down here in the bottom right, the most handsome Protoss in all of pro gaming. It is Zest, the chiseled god.
Given that sigh.
Probably not happy he has to go up against Maru. He did it once. He went the distance, and he really put in some great play, but can he do it again? Another big map. We did see him have a lot of success on this map last time, you know, going for that proxy Stargate into the Blink Stalker all in.
Yeah. I don't think he'll do it again. I think Maru has got a pretty good grasp on what to expect out of these KT guys. From here on out. Oh, I like this. That's a big TV.
Sainso, respect, brother. Yeah, looking good, man. I wish I could watch Starcraft on something like that. I gotta save up my money and buy a TV.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we can get these giant monitors here. And then you guys can't see us. There's just a giant monitor in front of us.
That would be
But
beautiful.
at least we get to watch on the big screen.
Yeah. That's all that matters, right? Just enjoying that Starcraft.
Yeah.
And we are seeing that, you know, early gas, early racks. Maru going to be very careful this time.
Yeah, I love it. You just have to do this at this point on this map. It's just too common for Protoss to go for this kind of Stargate build.
Reaper opening as well. Safety first, Valdez all the way. And I mean, he gets that expansion out pretty quickly too.
Yeah, he's going to be coming over here with his SCV. He's actually going to scout Zest correctly.
Oh, but look at this. Oh,
nice
wow.
hide. Really nice hide. And that Nexus will get down.
Yep. No problem there. One gas. Nexus off the gate. CC down and reactor safe. Classic sort of opening for Maru. Going to keep that gas income coming in so he can get a quick factory as well.
I would love him to just play, once again, his style. You know, get a quick starport, get out those Widow Mines, put on the pressure. He's kind of identified that Zest is playing pretty straight up at this point, but I think from here, really putting on that pressure, especially at these spawns, you can go straight from the main to the natural there of Zest. And you could definitely put on that kind of Widow Mine damage as he loves to do.
Yeah, certainly so. Probe scattered everything he needed to see to know exactly what Maru has in mind. He knows to be defensive and where to be defensive. Getting out that mothership as well. And this is going to be a Stargate again.
Okay.
I wonder.
I guess he's just trying to sneak this by Maru. Maru's not really going to expect this, I suppose.
I think if Maru chooses to sack his Reaper, he will get the scout off. So long as he goes like up the backdoor sort of path, not through the natural. But oh, look at this. Maybe he'll find a way in anyway.
Oh, boy.
He is. Wow. There's going to be a Stalker in the main, though. But if he can go the distance. Oh, no. A Zealot as well. That might be it.
Zealot doesn't get the hit. And, oh, that building placement. Not really getting much of a scout at all.
Yeah, if he went through the northern point, you know, we're taking a lot of Stalker hits, but much better of a chance to find that Stargate. And it's going to be a Phoenix.
Wow, okay. And Maru's like, well, I don't really know what's going on. Let's make a bunker.
Better idea this time around, I think. You know, get a bunker out. Make sure you got some Widow Mines out. He's going to be going for that mine and marine drop this time.
Yeah. So that's not really getting much of a scout here on Maru just yet. So he's just going to have to go based on previous knowledge of what Maru likes to do. These Phoenix is definitely going to help out if you can get him in position.
Oh, man. Big mistake from Maru. He completely supply blocked himself.
Oh, wow. That is pretty big. In fact, forced to make 2 supply depots at the same time.
Pretty sure he did a cooldown supply as well. Let me have a quick look.
That moment's when you scan the entire base to see if the pro gamer made a mistake.
Oh, looks like he didn't.
Okay.
But still, he was stuck for a long time there. Had to throw down a couple of supplies.
Small mistake.
And here we go. Double mine drop is going to be the choice. And it's going to be up to these Phoenix to find them.
That's what I was saying before. You really have to have perfect positioning here on the Phoenix. And he kind of does, just based on where Maru's coming from. It's a really long distance to go all the way around. And if Maru wants to go directly to the base, he has to fly through these Phoenixes. Yeah,
he's not going to find much here. He's going to try boost out of here. If he can get the Marines in position for them, maybe he can save them. He's going to drop the mines.
Oh, he will get 1 for free. That is quite nice. 1 Marine is going to move his way across the map, I guess, just for scouting here.
Yeah, I guess he's going to get a free third base scout at the very least. And we're seeing quite a number of Phoenix come out here. We're going to see about 5 by the time he's finished. Don't know how much he's going to invest more than that. Really, I need about 5, and you've kind of got every drop on lockdown for the early to mid game. And I've got that Observer as well.
Yeah. So far, Zest in a pretty fantastic position. I mean, Maru going for that heavy drop style, but only 1 drop came out. Both Widow Mines got cleaned up. And these Phoenixes just controlling the map for now. It's going to allow Zest to get that pretty fast third base at the same time. Whereas Maru just really just powering up in his main base. No sign of a third CC just yet.
Yeah, not just yet. Just trying to get all these units out he can. He couldn't find any damage with that drop, which he really wanted to do. You know, start building their momentum. Instead, going to buy a medivac from here, just taking things easy, defensively playing.
Really finding the damage with these Phoenixes. Even going to catch another Widow Mine. Wow. And he hasn't lost a single one. He just stopped at 5, and he's gotten so much value out of these guys.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. And it's classic sort of Zest style, man. Like, whenever he's gone Phoenix in the past, whether it be against Terran or Zerg, he is so consistent with the damage. Like, he never leaves them alone for too long. He always flies back in and finds somewhere else. He's one of the best Phoenix users I've seen.
Yeah. I'm also reminded of, like, Stats in the past, but we don't really see him too much. Also, Myungshik used to play the style, but I think we've kind of shifted into a different kind of meta. Those guys don't really play the same way.
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, Stats trying to switch into what Myungshik does pretty often and just all in all the time now.
Oh.
Is he going to get these gas SCVs again?
Oh. He's really got to put a turret down there where the production is, because this should not happen. He's getting kind of camped there with the Phoenix, but at least the Phoenix are wasting all their energy now before a big fight happens.
Yeah. That's the big thing here. Like, these Phoenixes aren't going to help out too much in those fights. Like, really all they can do is zone the medevacs, which is pretty good, you know, granted, and they've already found a lot of damage really cutting down on the supply of Maru, but at the same time, in a straight-up fight, knowing Maru, if the positioning there isn't good on those 2 Colossi.
Oh, man, this is not a good place. Like, he is expecting it at this point. He needs to scan if he wants to find this, and then with these Phoenix here, everything's going to get chased down. He's going to have to focus down these Phoenix and try and get out of here.
That was a nice focus, but he's got to be really careful. You know, he's got a lot of Marines, at least to zone out the Phoenixes, as you said. but he really can't engage into that just yet.
No, it's one of the scariest armies to deal with this early in the game. If you have if you can get overwhelmed, if the Phoenix catch you and you can't run away, you can't boost away, you're just going to get annihilated.
That one probe is not mining the gas, not doing his job.
Yeah, it should be an idle probe in his interface. You should be able to find that.
Doing a nice job poking here and distracting at the same time because there's a bunch of units also coming up here towards the natural. I wonder if he could sandwich this army. Oh, he's actually just going to draw the entire Protoss army out of position, go for the natural.
Yep, getting rid of some pylons at the front at least, triggering that photon overcharge.
Ooh, nice force field. It's going to catch a lot of those Marines.
He's doing some work here.
Yeah, his multitasking is really on point.
3 Colossus now. Charge on the way. Maru just keep applying this pressure, keep multitasking. Zest really on top of it though, you know, it's not like he's been caught out in any place just yet. He's playing a very smart defensive game. And with these Phoenix constantly hovering nearby, it's so hard for Maru to commit to anything.
Look at this, again, just not mining the gas. Zest is losing out on 2 probes worth of gas mining. And he hasn't even taken the ones at his natural either, or at his third rather.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah. Guess just committing to a ton of Zealots instead.
Oh, here we go, nice kiting. Really softening up a lot of these Zealots. If he can keep this going on, he's just whittling down the Protoss as he gets further and further ahead in supply. Adding a second starport as well.
I like that Zest didn't commit to too many Phoenixes. We saw in the game Maru versus Myungshik where Maru eventually dropped a ton of mules and BM'd him pretty hard. Where Myungshik was committing very heavily to it. Maru never really went into Vikings, but there was just so much supply in those Phoenixes for Myungshik. But here for Zest, he's just not going to go for that. Just going to stop at 6.
It's kind of just like the anti-drop amount of Phoenixes. And look at this. We do see actually Zest moving forwards here. But a great engagement from Maru. A lot of pickups here. It's going to disable a lot of these Marauders at the same time. We do see a bit of an attack on the third.
He actually fought this. He forced this fight before charge was done. I think it may have finished up at this point, but still looks like it's not really going to matter too much.
No, not enough Marines here to stop these Phoenix either, so he's going to get out of here with everything.
Oh, look at that. So much stuff getting picked up, and even these medevacs, no more boost. There we go.
Oh, another drop. Triple drop at the third, going into the main now while this is all happening, while the big counterattack is coming.
That's pretty huge. These Phoenix is totally out of position. This may even force the Phoenix is back. Oh, you could snipe this robotics.
He's got it, that's for sure. That's going to make things a little bit easier for Maru if he can survive this counter. Here we go. A lot of Colossus at the front door, not the best place for pure Bio to be defending.
Oh, man. A lot of that stuff does not get dropped out. At the same time, Maru, he's hurting. He's trying to pull these SCVs, get the repair there on that bunker. He's going to try to drop, in fact, on all of these Colossi.
Man. He might have enough, actually, but with these Phoenix coming in, it's going to make things a lot harder.
3 Colossi in the back surviving for a very long time, but no more support for them. But Maru running really low on units at the same time. I think Zest just might have too much.
I think he might. He's really whittled down this army. Still 2 Colossus remaining and more weapons coming in to reinforce. He's such a supply lead as well. And look at the bank of Zest.
Pretty unreal. You know, his production got hurt when that robotics facility went down, but he's still got a huge amount of gateways. And you could see it in that reinforcement there in that fight. Maru now, he's floating away. He's trying to take this semi-secret base up there and maybe just hold off with some Vikings.
It is so crazy how well Zest plays TVP or PVT against Maru. He's like the one Protoss that's actually doing it right now.
PV Maru.
PV Maru.
Basically.
Yeah, he's pretty much played such a solid defense on 3 bases, deflected everything for so long. Maru, you know, he transitions very late in the Vikings, if at all. But the counterattack was just too much because the Colossus count was too strong and there was too much of a buffer.
Zealots have found the space, by the way, so no longer going to be a secret to Zest. He could try to place a pylon. It's pretty far away from his base, so it might be a bit hard to get there, but that's definitely something you may want to focus on a bit later.
Gan goes down, sees the army of Zest once again. This is a scary army. +2 attack on the way, and Blink finally.
Yeah. You know, I really did like that switch into Vikings because he did notice that there were just a ton of charge lots and not that many stalkers, and he would have just been able to, if he could overwhelm the Phoenix count, he really could have shut down the Colossi. But now it seems like Zest has identified that Vikings are being made, and he's like, okay, I can just switch straight into Blink and get out a ton of stalkers instead.
Scans going down, looking for that fourth base, but none to be had just yet. Maru needs to identify this now and realize that there's actually just a big attack coming in. He has to be very careful of this.
And Colossus in the back, but a lot of Phoenixes here.
Oh, yeah. Here comes the problem once again. Phoenix is just going to clean this up, man. There's nothing Maru can do about this now.
Yeah. Essentially, all this drop is going to do is buy time. He's going to pick off 2 of the Phoenixes in total. I think he definitely should lose all of this stuff.
Yeah, but I guess it bought Maru a little bit more time. He gets to mine for a little while longer in the third. Try and build up an army that's going to deal with this, but the supply difference is insane right now. 50 supply difference. Composition not horrible for Maru right now. It's just a simple numbers game.
We do see this base. There's no missile turret. Let's hope he has some scans and some units over there because 3DT's heading over there right away. And at the same time, he's going to look to pull this Terran army out of position, possibly to defend that. Well, here we go. Zest pushing in.
Pushing in, not deciding to commit to it. Not just yet. And looks like Maru's going to go for that big 5 Medivac drop now. Guy's position's actually on the Medivacs for just a moment there. And I love that placement of the factory. You know, it's going to make it that much harder to get in. He should probably repair it, actually, just give it more life.
Yeah, even the pillars over there, you can really get a good position with those Vikings. But here we go. The drop coming into the natural. There are a ton of DTs. He really needs to get that scan down. There it is.
Yeah. And that's the problem, you know, this is going to be a constant thing. These DTs are going to constantly be walked in once the scans have worn off. It's going to be up to Maru. Does he have enough? But here we go. Big fight at the front door there. Vikings not getting any damage done to these Colossus.
Yeah. 4 of them survive, 3 of them in total, but it's not going to matter. So much of the Terran army being taken off here. 60 to 160 supply at this point. The scan coming down. Maru once again desperate to try to find that damage, and he's even floating to the top right, but I think this may just be pure frustration from Maru at this point.
Yep, here we go. 3 more DTs coming in. I'm not sure if he actually has any more scans.
I don't think he's got a landed orbital.
No. Not at this rate. Hard to see what Maru can actually do at this point. You know, he's killing bases, but the army is the problem. The army is intact for Zest right now.
Yeah. He's trying desperately here to take out that Nexus, but it's not going to matter. GG. Zest takes game number 1, showing everybody right now how to deal with Maru's CVP.
Yeah, he is looking fantastic. Very solid play all around. Very prepared for Maru. And it's not like we're seeing the craziest style, especially that game. He just defended flawlessly. He didn't take any damage. He made just enough Phoenix so he drops.
Yeah.
Could never get off the ground.
That Phoenix play, it's either, the way I see it, it's like either it works out perfectly like it did for Zest in that game, or you just fail at it, you miss the drops, you don't have enough units, you get crushed on the ground. But Zest, man, who needs to buy code?